Hitters, welcome to another episode of Badgers Heavy Hitters. I got my boy Donnie from Beyond Lockdown down here with me today, so we're gonna make a little chow for him, for he just traveled in from Iowa.
I'm just sitting here, I got time, it's clear to see.
Home of Slipknot. So what we're making tonight is stuffed chops. Okay, so what I did was I went down to the local Yada Yada and picked up some roughly 1.25 inch chops. So got some chops going on. Now myself, I prefer the yam for the nutritional value, even though you can't tell because of the stomach. But these guys prefer the baked potato, so we're going to have baked potatoes. I'm doing a dual prep tonight because sometimes when you're cooking during the week, you want to meal prep for the week. So, got to go with the ever-loving squash. So we're going to have that, and then I'm going to make some turkey burgers. Now these are called stuffed chops, and I'll show you why here in a few minutes. Let me just tell you this. If you guys starved with me, believe that when I'm eating, you're eating just as well. You know what I mean? That's how it is. So I appreciate you. I appreciate all that you guys have done for us. Some of you have gone above and beyond the call of duty. Someone just stepped up and wanted to help. Anyway, I don't want to go into that too much because I don't know if he wants recognition or not, but so first of all, I'm going to start with the squash, guys. Just cut them, little 1/4 inch pieces, whatever. So just there's 4 people, so 3 little squashes should be plenty. So you're going to cut them to the size that you're comfortable with, something along the lines of so about yay thick. And then some of them need to be a little thinner. So I'm gonna cut, okay, I'm cutting 3 squash for 4 people. Now mind you, there's also gonna be either baked potato or yams. Myself, I prefer the yams, as I said. The nutritional value in the skin alone is worth 10 times that of baked potato. Not to mention, they taste so good with sour cream, a little bit of pepper, This is not eating top ramens on the inside, guys. Donnie asks me all the time. Don't you, my boy, about why won't you eat top ramen? 20 years of top ramens will have anybody fed up with that. That's just how it is. So I learned to hook up a few things that I enjoy, and I happen to enjoy food, as you can tell by the belly. So, scoop all this into, look how quick this is too, guys. Your wife's coming home, whatever, she's expecting a meal. Abracadabra, cannot do nothing in California with Tejan. I can't believe it isn't butter, so got to do a little Tejan on there. It's a must. So I usually squirt it with a little coconut oil or something to make the spices stick a little better. So, and then on top of this will come Parmesan cheese. I'm not there yet, but I'm just letting you know what to look forward to. Don't be shy with it. So the squish is eventually going to look something along the lines of this, okay? That's step 1, taken care of. Bam, set aside. Step 2, let's get the ever-loving meat out. So, here we go, wham, wham, wham. So it's pork. I like pork on my fork, but I also like to keep it semi-clean. So, I'm going to wash each piece of pork. kind of quantities got me having cotton mouth. So I'm gonna grab something to drink here in a second. So the pork is all washed. So, go ahead and have my beer for the night, mugs, root beer. So, now mind you guys, this is a cheap meal. When you have family and you're just trying to prepare a meal that's not too expensive, pork is not expensive at all, you know? So, keep in mind too, you guys, hungry dogs ain't loyal. You know, they'll eat with anybody that's got food. So you stay true to yours and your people will look out for you. And you should do the same. So now what we do is we take the chop and we cut it somewhere down like along the lines of in half. So you cut the pork and something along these lines to where you'll be able to do your stuffing. Bam, step one taken care of. Magic, you got one of them blue towels around? So I got it. So thank you, Dancing D. So you see how quick and easy that is? It's so nice. Just you cut, put the tip in. So you put the tip in and you work it and you don't let it quite come through to the other side. And when all's said and done, you end up with a beautiful piece of meat. So like I said, you don't cut all the way through. You know, you cut and you'll get a feel of it when you want. Okay, so once again, open filleted, ready to be stuffed. So you're just, it's a repeat process for however many guests you have. Mind you, like I said, pork is cheap, guys. You know what I mean? You can take care of it. Now, if you don't like how well the cut is, once it's laid open, you can just recut it some more so you can fit what you're trying to fit in there. Okay, there's 4 pieces. 4 of us. Johnny, you doing okay on that phone in there, my boy? Still farting around. Drove in all the way from Iowa. So mind you, I'm also taking, this is ground turkey. Like I said, I'm meal prepping. This isn't all just for tonight. Some of this is going to be set aside. So that I have food throughout the week as well. You know, if you're going to cook, you may as well get it all done at one time. So there's 97% fat-free turkey. Okay, gonna set that aside. So then one of Badger's all-time favorites is, let me try and say this right in Espanol, is cilantro. Cilantro. So we're gonna take some cilantro out. Now we know what they've been doing to our onions and our lettuce and all that, so we want to wash everything, guys. So mind you, you see the time frame that we're doing this in. This is pretty quick. It's pretty quick to come home after a long day of work and I gotta feed the kid. I get to feed the kids. You know, I get to do this. I get to look out for the old lady tonight. She's had a rough day too. Then, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut some cilantro up for. So pair of scissors, one down. I'm sort of savage with it. I'm not the chef a la chef where I get to use the knife and do all that fancy cutting. I just use scissors. So cut some cilantro up, get it into the burger, because that's where the magic comes in, the flavor. You know, everything's about flavor. If you're gonna get fat off top ramen, you may as well get fat off something that tastes great, less filling. So we got some of that going on. While we're doing it, we know we're going to use this inside the stuffing as well, so may as well go ahead and cut a little bit of this, put it up into the stuffing. So, scissors actually hurt. Big old tough guy. So there's the cilantro for the stuffing. Okay, then for the stuffing, we're going to do cilantro. And then we'll save the onion chives for later. Come on. Save the chives for later. Brain fart right now. Okay, so then I went ahead and bought diced onions since it's just me and we're trying to do this on a somewhat time frame. So the onions were already pre-cut. But other than that, you just buy a little 69-cent onion and dice it up. Throw some of it in. So, smells good, guys. Smells good. Love the smell, the aromas of all this stuff. So that's what starts to fill the house with people, hungry people, you know. Then what we have is just a standard box of stovetop, you know, $1.99 box of stuffing to go ahead and pull this out. Put the stuffing in. Okay. All the flavorings usually at the bottom, so we'll get all that in. Well, we got some magic shit going on, or you just coming in personal? Coming in hot. Okay. So that's just a $1.99 box of stuffing. I had the, here she is. So I believe it is. So you always want to use a little more water because you're using other ingredients. So, okay. Okay, so it's going for 1.5 cups of water. I'm going to go ahead and boil 2 cups of hot water to get this going. So next, your form of favorite cheese. Mine happens to be Colby. We're going with that Maycon style blend. So we're gonna put a bunch of cheese in there. So bunch of cheese in with the turkey. Let's not forget the turkey over here. This turkey gets to smelling so bomb, you guys. It's fire. So now, I should have had all this prepared for you guys. My bad. So we're just gonna get a cooking pan and piece of foil to fit it. I'm not have my back to you guys too much. So take the foil, line it in there. Bam. See how quick and easy this is, guys. I'm not making it look easy, it really is easy. So just layer the pan. Myself, it's gonna make plenty of juices, but I always just put a little shot of canola oil, you know, just to make sure nothing gets too stuck in there. So mind you, we have the squish. Usually takes about 20 minutes. I gotta set it and forget it. But the same thing with the oven. Are you following me or no? If you're not, then I don't need to worry. Then we go with something along the lines of Parmesan cheese. That's going to go on top of the squish. So we'll go ahead and take it out. let's taste this now. So nice, be generous with it, you know. They're like really cheap at the store when, you know, it's 3 for $5 or something. Nothing's really cheap anymore. I bought a pack of gum today, you guys. It was a little container, it was $5. I remember asking my grandfather, can I get a penny for gum? Can I get a penny for gum? Now for like 20 pieces of gum, it's $5. So voila, we have something that looks along the lines of this when all's said and done. Okay, you know, we're gonna go ahead and throw it in the set and forget it. It's not ready to be started, but it's in there. So see how the hot water's looking? Hot water's looking hot. Bring the hot water over, and we're gonna pour, then leave a fair amount out. Get your utensil that you're gonna use. Go ahead and start mixing things up. So, this is gonna be your stuffing, guys. Oh my God, the smell of cilantro. You smell that, Magic? A little something going on there, boy. You know? So, go ahead and let it set for a few. Let the breadcrumbs. What do you mean you ain't got toast? You got bread, don't you? Put that shit in the windowsill for a few days. Jack Nicholson, best version I could do. So,
Put the chicken between your knees.
yeah. So, mind you, normally I would just have gloves on. I don't happen to have gloves right now, so I'll just use a standard baggie. I prefer to be a hands-on kind of guy, so just mixing it up, you know. So let the water go ahead and blow it up. The same thing, you know, same thing as a top ramen. It's called blow up. So let's see. Mike's gonna have some cleaning to do when I'm done here. But after that, then I tend to put, while everything's still melted, I put another gracious handful of cheese in there. You know. So, probably gonna have a heart attack with all the cheese I'm using, but hey, if you taste this, you'll know it's worth it. So, mind you, so far we've got cilantro, onions, queso. So far that's what we're looking at, guys. So, now what we're gonna do is the fun part. So, we're going to get a nice healthy handful, okay? And we're going to stuff it into the pork chop. So it's going to look something along the lines of this, as a what do you call it? Stovetop taco. All right, you know, we're gonna call it that. Then we'll set it down. Bam, there's one taco number one. Skipping the gloves, guys. You know, like I said, I'm a hands-on guy. I washed. So pack, super easy. You see how easy this is. Pack, you know, taco number 2, ready to go in. Okay. God, these are going to be good. Screaming, Donnie, you don't even know you should be in here helping. These he's got a lot of truck driving business to take care of, so his excuse for being on the phone is okay. Taco number 3, you know, then place it like that, and 1 taco left to go. So 1 box basically covers 4 tacos, whatever you want to call them, stuffed chops, tacos, whatever you want to call it. So see how nice and perfect that came out? You know what I mean? It's a perfect little taco, guys. So let's throw that in there. So now, believe it or not, all I did was give Magic a wrist rocket this morning and a few marbles, and he came home with the pork, man. I mean, he's good. Our backyard ain't that big, but he pulled it off somehow. Haven't seen the cat all day, but you know, for the time being, we'll settle with, we got pork going on. Once again, a little more cheese, just to cover the stuffings. So, okay, bam, voila. So, here's what the plate's going to basically look like. Pretty attractive, right? Not quite done. Like I said, we don't do anything in California, corn or anything, without tagine, whatever it's called. So, I'm going to do a little sprinkle of this above. It's pork, so I don't feel that it needs, plus you have the Tajin, which, you know, has enough sodium in it, so I don't feel that you need to add any salt. Pepper usually works, but Dancing D doesn't really do pepper, so we're not going to add pepper tonight. Damn, so is this oven on preheat then? Okay, so, wet.